This is HESEDOJIEH. Listen, I want to show you, I'm serious, I want to show you how to fry meat. Not just fry meat, the secret recipe for kings on how to cook, fry, and eat meat the juicy way. Listen, there's a science, there's a procedure, there's a recipe on how to fry juicy fried meat. And I'm telling you, I don't know much. When it comes to meat frying, I'm telling you, this recipe can transform any meal anytime. Now, let me tell you something. Anyone can fry meat. It's very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm talking about fry meat on another level, where the juice is prepared to be locked up inside the meat until, and I'm telling you, until the meat is soaked in the juice, marinated. Then when you fry it, I'm talking about meat that is good for kings. Now let me show you how to do it. Kroger is my go place for meat. I love it. It's not expensive for me. I run away from cheap meat, and I make it a point of duty not to buy expensive meat. Because for me, the food that I need to eat is food that is good for my body and not just food that is good. So very important. That's why I like Kroger. That's why I like it. I go there for the value it brings to me. Now I want you to look very carefully. This says buy one, get one free. And very important also, look at between the meat. The fat between the meat is where the juice will be locked inside. Powerful. And that's why this meat is very important. That's why this meat is very special. That's where the juice will stay, will lock in and spread to the flesh. Very important. Look at the price of the meat. The meat is $20 for 2, making it $10 per pack. That is $5 per piece, folks. That is cheaper than McDonald's, cheaper than Chick-fil-A. You prepare food that is good for your body, not just good food. By the way, have you noticed that that's an Angus beef? I want to just touch a bit about it why I like it. Angus beef is frequently graded better than USDA scale. Very important. That does not mean that Angus is the better grade quality. That does not mean because they put Angus there it is better. Actually, Angus has very little to do with the quality of the meat, other than just Angus is the name of the breed of the cattle. Very important. It is graded prime choice and is very good when it comes to cooking or steaks. That is the difference. Angus is like the premium. It's like it's awesome when it comes to meat, and that's why most restaurants and marketing place manufacturer use Angus beef. So I'm very particular when it comes to food. I don't just eat good food. I eat food that is good for my body. Very interesting. When I cook, because cooking for me is magical, it's miraculous, therapeutic. I like to relax my body because cooking relaxes my mind and gets my body in a place where I feel like there's transformation taking place. So I'd like you to try this recipe. Very powerful. Martinelli, Laughing Cow, and you put them together. You know, that's my golden cup. It's a gift from one of our friends at church. You know, so Martinelli is awesome. There's a brand I drank when I was in Nigeria. It's awesome. But this one is the one we have here in the US. But I want you to see one of, I like the way it goes. That's Martinelli. You know, I like to just pour it in my golden cup. It creates an excitement in my mind. It gives me a picture of what I'm about to cook. It creates colors in my mind. Laughing Cow is awesome. Cheese. I know you have that here. Wherever you're watching this show, I think you should know this. So I just take off the wrap, and I know this is recipe, you've not tried it before, but I do this a lot. You know, it makes the drink go into the cheese, and the cheese go into the drink. Oh, it's awesome. And I like to cook and relax. I don't like to just cook and in a hurry. Cooking is like engineering. It's like building machines. There are recipes and there are procedures and protocols on how to cook good food. So I poured it into the cup, and the cheese is there, uh, and I love it. I love it. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink Martinelli every time, but sometimes I just drink that to create the mood to cook right, to know the timing, the recipe, and all of that. And I'm going to put it in there. Yeah, I'm going to show you right now. It's important you know how to wash meat when you buy them from the store. Very important. I like to run the meat, water through the meat first, you know, for any chemical, for anything that is unhealthy. I like to run it, and then I turn off the water. And the next important thing is, and I like to pour salt in there to kill any bacteria. I don't want the bacteria to cook with the meat. I want the bacteria, be anything that is unhealthy. I want the bacteria, I want anything unhealthy for salt to be able to kill, anything. So I wash it with salt, to preserve it, to give it life. Salt is life. That's how you wash the meat, very well. This is a washing process. I like to wash meat. I'm very careful, and wash the meat, leave the water to drain for some time. Leave the water to drain for some time. I want the water to drain out. Now you got your ingredients complete. I'm going to be blending everything together with the salt. I'm going to be blending. And why am I blending it? Because this is, we're trying to fry meat that is juicy. We're cooking meat, frying it so that it can be juicy. See, the blender, we're blending everything to keep the juice right inside the meat, locked up in the fat. From the fat, it spreads out. Now I'm pouring into a bowl, and I'm pouring the sauce, the blended sauce, and I'm going to very strategic. So the idea is not just to fry meat. The idea is to make these ingredients to go straight into the meat. So when you bite that meat, the juice from within the fat and within the meat now comes out. Your taste buds begin to feel welcoming. Now listen. So I put the salt. I mixed everything. That's the fried meat. I mixed everything. I'm going to leave it marinated. Very powerful. You see, I've already mixed the meat. We washed the meat. I'm adding a bit of no again, just a bit of it, So I'm going to mix it again. So every part of the meat receives the sauce. I'm covering it. This meat, I'm telling you, I'm going to keep it here. I like to keep it 24 hours. Not frozen, but cold. Just leave it right in the refrigerator. So these recipes, you prepare the meat the day before you want to fry the meat. I just leave it right there, cooling, resting, marinating the juice. That's it after 24 hours. You see, have you noticed that the color has changed? The color has changed. Why? Because the meat now have absorbed the juice, and the juice has absorbed the meat. So there is a marriage between the meat and the juice. I'm going to be cooking this meat. I'm telling you, this meat is going to be so juicy. It's gone through refrigerating. It's gone through juicing. It's now going through cooking. Few minutes. I don't want it to be too soft. See, the color has changed. It started with red. When we added the juice, it became green. When we brought it out of the refrigerator, it was dark, red. Now, see, the sauce, there's no water. There is no water. I don't cook meat with water. It is the water in the juice that comes out. Can you feel it? Can you feel the heat? Can you see it? Can you see the meat speaking to your mouth? The water alone, the juice, the sauce alone is out of this world. There's no water here. So, but now, see what I normally do? I pour the meat stock and I save the meat stock because I don't need the meat stock today. It's fresh, it's juicy. I can use it for stew, I can use it for soup, I can use it for fried rice. The list is endless. I try to use every part of the meat to make an additional meal. So I cover it, I let it cool for some time, cover it, and I put it in the refrigerator. Now I'm going to fry the meat. Remember, the meat is not cooked, just cooked so that the juice can go in. I'm going to be frying. Very deep fry, very hot oil. I want to fry until it's brown, so that when you preserve it, you can eat it in between meals. You can, use it to make stew. Very important. I keep saying very important. Everything is important. So I'm going to let it fry for some time. Oh, this meat is going to come out awesome, juicy and awesome. I know. I love to cook. I don't cook every time. Vivian does the cooking. But I like to cook when I'm thinking, when I'm praying, when I'm trying to flow my mind, get my mind to a place of freedom, a place of relaxation. See, give it some time so that it becomes brown.